Welcome to the explainer. So, you're thinking about the New York bar. I know, it can feel like this massive, impossible mountain you have to climb in the dark. But what if I told you there's a map? Well, in this explainer, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're breaking down every single requirement into a simple step-by-step plan. Okay, so what does getting into the New York bar actually mean? Well, first off, it is not just one big scary test. The best way to think about it is like you're building something, right? You're building your legal career on 4 essential pillars. Each one is a totally separate requirement you have to master, and they all have to be strong. So here's our game plan. We're going to tackle each of these 4 pillars one by one. I'll give you the blueprint for each stage, and by the end of this, you'll see exactly how all these different pieces of the puzzle actually fit together. All right, let's start with a big one, the foundation of this whole thing. This is our first and honestly largest pillar, the Uniform Bar Examination, or as you'll hear everyone call it, the UBE. This is that big national test that covers your broad legal knowledge and skills. Now this is where it gets really interesting from a strategy perspective. Just look at this breakdown. A full 50%, half of your entire UBE score comes from one section, the multi-state bar exam, the MBE. That's the multiple choice part. Right away, this tells you where a massive chunk of your study time has to go. And you really have to wear a few different hats for this exam. First, you've got the MBE, which is all about knowing and applying those core legal rules. Then you switch gears for the ME, which is all about your written analysis and essays. And finally, the MPT, well, that's where they drop you into a realistic simulation to see if you can actually act like a new lawyer on the job. So, how does it all come together? The scores from all 3 of those parts, the MBE, MEE, and MPT, they're all combined and then scaled to a total score out of 400. And for New York, the magic number you need to hit to clear this first pillar is 266. That's your target. Okay, so you pass the UBE. You're done, right? Not so fast. Passing that national exam isn't the whole story. You also have to prove you know the specific laws for New York. And that brings us to our second, and I have to say, very unique pillar, the New York law exam. But wait, you can't even sign up for the exam yet. First, you have to get through this thing called the New York Law Course. It's about 17 hours of online video lectures. And trust me, you can't just have it running in the background. They embed questions you have to answer to prove you're watching. Get one wrong, whoops, you have to rewatch that entire video segment. No skipping allowed. And this is where things get weird. It creates this fascinating paradox. The exam itself is technically open book. You can use all your printed course materials. But, and this is a huge but, it is closed search. That means you are absolutely strictly forbidden from hitting Control+F or using any electronic search tool. This completely changes the game. It's not a test of what you know. It's a race against the clock. It's a test of how well you organize your notes and how fast you can physically flip through them under pressure. And the pressure is no joke. You get, on average, just 2.4 minutes for each question. But here's the real kicker. Once you answer and move on, you can never go back. That's it. It forces you to make a final decision right then and there. Your whole strategy has to be about finding the rule fast in your binder, not about deep thinking. And I really can't stress this enough. The stakes for breaking that closed search rule are incredibly high. They don't see it as a simple mistake. They see it as a major ethical failure, a real issue with your character and fitness to be a lawyer. The penalties go way beyond just failing the exam. We're talking about your score getting canceled, being suspended from retaking it, and having it disclosed to the courts and other states. It can create a permanent black mark on your record that could literally follow you for your entire career. Speaking of ethics, that brings us neatly to our third pillar. This one is all about making sure you understand the rules of the road for professional conduct. This is the Multi-State Professional Responsibility Examination, or MPRE, your ethical compass. So this is another national exam. It's 2 hours, 60 multiple-choice questions, and it's all about lawyer ethics based on the ABA model rules. Now, don't be fooled by that. The questions can be incredibly tricky, full of these nuanced hypotheticals. To build this third pillar in New York, you need to get a scaled score of 85. A lot of people underestimate this test, so my advice? Give it some serious, dedicated study time. Okay, we've covered the 3 big exams, so now it's time for our fourth and final pillar, which is all about putting the rest of the pieces together and really understanding the full journey from start to finish. See, this last pillar isn't another test. It's everything else. It's a collection of all the administrative stuff and the character requirements that you'll be working on while you're studying. We're talking about this super in-depth character and fitness application, getting your 50 hours of pro bono work done, proving your practical skills, and of course, just getting all the official accounts set up.
And there you have it. This is the complete roadmap. This timeline pulls everything we just talked about into one clear, step-by-step path. As you can see, the real secret is understanding the sequence of events and planning ahead. You got to tackle each step in the right order so there are no nasty surprises at the end.
So, when you look at it this way, the key is to stop seeing it as this one giant, overwhelming mountain. Instead, you can see it for what it is, a series of totally manageable pillars, things you can actually plan for and build, one at a time. And that's the strategic approach that turns this scary challenge into a goal you can actually achieve. So, looking at the whole map, the only question left is, which pillar are you going to start building first?
For free NYLE practice tests, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen. Start practicing today and prepare with confidence.